Okay, I'm just gonna jump right into this because I've been distracted by my husband, my child, and I'm doing this in the middle of my dining room, so bear with me. I wanted to do a makeup tutorial for you guys and just kind of show you what I use, and not that I look great right now, but makeup really does help. So, I use MAC Studio Fix. I've used this for literally like, since I can remember. I've tried a million other products and it's just been my go-to. So I sort of cocktail them together, and I've already put a little bit on just because I did self-tanner today and it was green. And like, I weirdly feel nervous doing this even though talking to a phone, but anyways, so I just kind of like dab it all over. Yeah, I use my hands. I put some on earlier trying to like fix, I don't know, make my self-tanner not look terrible, but I don't know, I think the self-tanner I pulled out was like an old bottle instead of my newer one, and you guys, life is crazy. I'm a mom and I like forget I'll like do something halfway through and then realize like, I don't know, I'm a mess. Yeah, and I have no eyebrows. I'm just like not a naturally cute person, so you have no eyebrows, and I don't want to do microneedling because I'm too nervous and too much of a control freak to let someone else put something on my face that's permanent. Sometimes I have like those horrible necklines, which I'm actually going to start doing microneedling, and so I'm going to do like a whole thing on that and see, kind of like follow my journey and see if microneedling helps. Okay, so I did my foundation. Terrible, very quickly, but I'm just using baby wipes to clean my hands off. I actually use it to wipe my lips off too, but baby wipes for everything, mom life. Okay, then I do a little bit of this catch powder. So see, it's the CoverGirl. I used to use Maybelline and then they stopped making it because, you know, I like to discontinue my favorite stuff. It's just a translucent, well, it's supposed to be translucent. This one actually has a little bit of color, but I use this as a catch powder underneath my eyes to kind of catch any of the eyeshadow that I'm going to do that'll fall. I also don't have like any rhyme or reason, you guys, to how I do this. I'm not like a professional YouTuber. I used to do makeup professionally, but I've been just doing it at home now, rushing while trying to get kids ready for school. Okay, so I put my catch powder on, and this is literally old ghetto kabuki brush. You could probably use any kind of brush for that. That's just like my go-to. Okay, I do that, and then I do my eyebrows. So I use old school Rimmel London cheap pencil. Most of you probably don't need to do this, but for the sake of people who have asked about my brows, I just kind of draw them on because I have to. And like I said, I want to do, well, maybe I didn't say it. I've made this video like 4 times, so I don't know when I've said it or when I didn't, but I always say I want to try microneedling, but I'm like too nervous because I'm afraid to have someone like permanently put something on my eyes that I don't trust, or I don't know. I'm just super OCD about how I do stuff, and like I'm afraid I would critique what they're doing and hate it. So they're probably uneven. If they're a little uneven, that's fine. I go back in with my white. Technically, I say highbrow. It's really like a lip liner, I think. It's NYX. See if you can see. Or NYX, whatever you want to call it. It's the light, and they actually discontinued this color, so I don't know what I'm going to do when it runs out, because it's literally my favorite. But I just kind of like put it underneath so that if I have any uneven lines, I can kind of like correct them, if that makes sense. And again, most of you guys probably don't need this because you probably have great eyebrows. Or you've microneedled. Excuse me? My husband's chiming in. He thinks that I'm being... What? Oh, he said my boobs are out. They were not out. Were they really? Just stop. Okay, he's in the corner telling me I'm going to get a lot of viewers because my boobs were out. Anyways, this is kid-friendly, guys. Kid-friendly. And then I just take this little, again, old ghetto. You guys, there is nothing professional about this life. It's just a mom trying to feel like she's got it together. Clearly don't. Oh, and I also just started, because clearly my skin is just horrific. So I've started this new regimen. I just now, like, started thinking, okay, you know what? I'm 32. It is definitely beyond past time to start, like, taking care of my skin and, like, really trying, considering I went to tanning beds for all of my 20s and ruined my skin. So now I have to go back and try to correct. Okay, they look a little uneven, but it's fine. Not going anywhere, but... Okay, now I'm going to do my eyeshadow. Oh, but what I was saying was I started a new routine, doing, like, a whole new skincare routine. I can do, like, I might do a video on it, too, just to, like, explain what I've started doing and to kind of, like, track my progress, because I have, like, all sorts of, like, discoloration and stuff from having babies that popped out that never were there, and wrinkles and all sorts of crazy getting old issues. Okay, so I am using the Tartelette In Bloom palette. You can see I actually broke some of my favorite one, of course. I'm gonna start by using the Charmer. It's kind of like a white neutral, I don't know, whitish, we'll say cream. Cream works. And I just kind of put that, like, on here. I'm gonna lift this up. Here we go, this is better. And I just kind of put this on my lid like this. Oh my gosh, you can see everywhere where that self-tanner, like, picked up all the pieces on my skin. Oh, and I'm also, yeah, so I'm doing this retinol too, which makes your skin, for, like, it's supposed to help, you know, long-term anti-age. It's like the end-all be-all. Everyone swears by it, like, for anti-aging, but I swear every time I've started to try using it, my skin, like, flakes off, looks terrible, burns, and I hate it, so then I stop using it. But I found this girl on YouTube, and she says she has a rule. You go every 3 days, and don't do it every day, and just, like, let your skin adjust to it. So I'm trying it, but my skin looks older than it ever has right now, because it's, like, supposedly, I guess, getting used to it, so whatever. And of course, I decide now is the time to make YouTube videos when my face is peeling off. Wonderful. Anyways, oh, I didn't even tell you guys. Okay, so I'm crazy. I'm using, let me set this back down. I am using this color. It is the Smarty Pants in the Tartelette palette. So it's this little, see if you can see. I am so bad at this, right here. And I'm using this brush. It's a MAC brush, old. I've had it for forever. It's, like, my favorite for doing, like, the creases. So I just do a little bit of that color, and I just kind of, like, put it on the edge and then, like, swirl it. And then I'll sort of bring it in a little. I mean, depending on your eye shape, you can kind of play with it. Play with the, you know, how far you want to bring it in or not. I have really deep set eyes, so I feel like sometimes I try to, like, bring it out a little more to, I don't know, make them not look so deep. And I also have to go back in and blend, because this will get too liney. So anyways, I do this, and then sometimes my favorite blending tool is my finger, and I will go in and just kind of, like, wipe right where that line kind of can create. Just help it not be so, you know. Okay. And so this looks really dark under here, but that's from, like, the Catch powder catches all that dark shadow that falls. So the next thing I'm going to do is I'm going to take this, like, brush. It's another MAC brush. I'll find out the numbers for you guys. I want to say it's a 210. Yeah, 210. The color I'm going to use is Leader. It's like a dark brown, almost burgundy. I just like it here. Okay, so I go in on the corner of my eye, and I kind of do like I'm doing liner. I do that, and then I do this side. This is hard to do in a phone. Okay, this is really hard. Talk about up close and personal. So I kind of like go on the outside of my eyes a little, if you can kind of see. And then I kind of do like I'm doing liner to kind of. Skin is so bad right now. Okay, so I kind of like do that, like as if I'm doing eyeliner, a little bit thicker than eyeliner, but. And then I go back in with my brush that I used to do my crease, and I just tap a tiny bit of it in that same color that I used just now, the Leader, that dark brown burgundy, whatever. And I kind of press, and then I just kind of blend that line in so that it doesn't, I don't know, look as harsh. I just like that little bit of dark. I like dark, obviously. Eyes, I know that's like not the thing right now. The thing is like super bright, light. I'm just like dark. I've just never been a fan of the natural look, clearly. The heavier the better. Although that's actually a myth. I'm trying to branch out and start liking more natural makeup, but I have yet to be a fan. All right, so I just wiped off with the Catch powder. I still have a little bit, but that's fine because I'm gonna go back in with my concealer. Okay, now for eyeliner, I use, this is actually, I bought the wrong one, but I use Urban Decay 24/7 Glide On. I typically use the one that's got the black end. This one's silver. I just grabbed the wrong one, but that's fine. I'm gonna use it because it's like a $22 liner. And then I pull down, I do my waterline. I feel like I'm saying the name of that wrong. Waterline, whatever. And then again, I kind of go a little bit outside my eye just because of my eye shape. I like the way when it looks like just the corners are darkened, I kind of just do the corners. The faces I make when I do makeup. And then I put the line, kind of start from the outside and just bring it in, right at the corners. I kind of follow that same guide that I did when I did my shadow. Okay. Then I also do, I know that sounds weird, but sometimes I like that line on the top a tiny bit more defined. So I'll go back in and I'll do, with the MAC, Rapid Black, liquid, pen. Not liquid, it's just a pen, black pen. And I'll just go back in and just kind of define that line a little bit more. Especially if I'm gonna do false lashes, which I'm not today, but if I'm gonna do false lashes, I'll usually put the lashes on the step in between this. Before I do this, I'll put the lashes on, let them dry totally, and then I'll go back over with this to kind of cover any flaws. If I got any glue that looks, I don't know, I just feel like if I put this over it, it kind of covers those flaws. Probably looks really super intense, there's a ton of, I'm wearing a ton of makeup, but I mean, I am. Okay, so now that I've done my eyes, I'm gonna go through with my highlighter. This is my favorite part, cover all the imperfections. And I'm using everyone's favorite, well, a lot of YouTubers use this, but Tarte Shape Tape. And this is the color Light Medium Honey. I'm gonna link everything that I use in the bottom so you guys will know. Because I just now found out that's a thing on YouTube. Everyone links everything, and I used to watch videos and have no idea. I'd go through and just screenshot every time they would show a product because I didn't know they linked it all at the bottom. So I had all these screenshots of all the products I wanted. And then I'd go back and then I realized they link it all and I could I'm just, seriously, I guess I'm just old, total newbie. So hold on, sorry guys, I'm gonna find, so okay. I also have a whole thing of brushes that over here I can kind of show you guys what I use, but so I just kind of put it under my eye, down to my nose. You see the pattern. Oh, forgot one little spot. Sometimes I'll do like the little bridge area, and since I have a stash going on right now, kind of want to cover that. So I use this brush. This is a Morph brush. I've actually had these for like 2 years now, and I was shockingly surprised at how well they held up. Morph, this is the MB5. It's like the, you know, the one that's shaped like that. Okay, my 1-year-old is blowing into this loud machine if you hear some crazy sounds. And then I just kind of go through and blend it. I know so many people use beauty blenders, and I used to. I sometimes feel like, I don't know, I feel like they take off a lot of product. I don't know. I just like brushes for this part. And my beauty blender would get so gross, and like I kept buying like a million of them, and sometimes I will still use a beauty blender, like if, I don't know, I switch it up. But for the most part, I like this brush because it really gets the job done. Phoenix, no. Hold on, I might have to get my husband to get, he's messing with my lights. I know, they're so cool, huh? He thinks I have all these lights set up while I'm doing this, you know, for like try to get good lighting. It's not really working, but my 1-year-old is very intrigued. Okay. So then I just kind of blend the top. I cannot wait to start microneedling, you guys. I'm gonna do like my whole body. Get all these speckly spots. Oh, and I'll do a tutorial too on extensions. That'll be my next one, I think. Or if you guys have questions on anything too, or want to me to do something. Obviously, this is my very first video, technically second, but first since I'm starting over. My first video was probably just as bad as this one, but I'm trying. It's super awkward to talk into a camera at yourself. That's like that's gonna be a challenge too, to get used to. And this is already a 20-minute video. I'm gonna have to figure out how to, or 17 minutes. I have to figure out how to edit and cut. Oh, I didn't even tell you guys. So you kind of saw how I was blending with that brush. I'll sometimes pinch the edges and kind of to get in here, but I also have this brush, another MAC brush that I love. It's MAC 224. Oh my gosh, my boobs are up. And it's kind of shaped like that, if you can see. But it kind of just goes in and like gets those little creases by our eyes that can be stubborn to blend. Because sometimes when I go in there with my beauty blender, it would like, I don't know, take off my eye makeup. I'll have a pimple. Nice. I'm telling you, anytime I start a new skin routine or try anything new, I break out. Like, get 1 or 2 pimples at first. Okay. Okay, now that I've done that, I now go in with, I have MAC Studio Fix in the same colors as my foundation, NC20 and NC40, and I'll put the NC20 on the lighter one, and like I'll put it on top of my powder that I just did. I mean, concealer. I'll kind of put a little powder on it just to set it. And I swear, you guys, this takes me a lot. I'm like a lot faster at this when I'm not making a video, but I'm trying to like explain it all, so it's taking a lot longer, but so that's a light powder to kind of set it. And then I like to, and the brush is another Morph brush. It's just like a powder brush. And then I'll take another wider brush, I really like my big one. So this, for a bronzer, I actually use, instead of bronzer, I use the same MAC Studio Fix, but I use the powder, but I use it, like this is the powder in a NC20. I use the NC45. It's like super dark, but I use it just for bronzer because I don't love I like the coverage of it a little better than bronzers, so I'll kind of like go around, and I don't do a ton, just enough to like kind of shade in. And I always bring stuff down my neck because, again, I still have those natural ugly lines, but this just helps blend so you don't get like, you know, tan face, pale neck, or whatever. Try to blend it. Okay. Then, lastly, I do, oh no, I have not done. I don't know why I said lastly. I'm not done. Okay, so this is my MAC, my favorite blush. I have a million blushes, but this is my go-to lately. It's called Sweets for My Sweet. Cute. I never even knew it was called that. Okay, so I use, again, MAC brush, which I have the Morph brushes, and you guys, they're great too. I know they're a little more affordable than the MAC brushes, but my MAC brushes are just my favorite. And then I just put it right on my cheekbone like that. I should have taken a before picture of how crazy I look. Oh, I'll just slow down on the blush, Katie. Chill out. Sometimes I'll go in with a highlighter, and I'll just do it now just to show you guys the one I use because I love it, and I know it's probably everyone's like favorite, but I love the Becca, like everyone. I think it's called, yeah, Champagne Pop. Super good go-to. I don't, oh, you guys, it just broke. It broke. It already broke like a while ago, but I've been trying really hard to like not bring it. Of course, now it's in my table. Whatever. Okay. So I'm gonna go in another Morph brush and just kind of like pat. See, sometimes I avoid highlighter because I feel like it kind of like ages me, but people love it. It's just, I don't know. There are days when I'm like, oh, I love that. And then there are other days I'm like, oh gosh, I look 50. Not that 50's old, anyone that's 50, but I'm 32. I don't really want to age myself, you know. But, you know, you get the point. Okay. God, I made a mess. And I'm using this flower ball again. I made this for my friend's bridal shower, and I'm using it as a background for now just because I'm like, oh, yay. It was so hard. It took so long to make. I might as well use it. All right. Now, I go in with my lipstick, my lips. This is my favorite part. Any of you that know me know that I love a good lip. I can't stand looking at that mustache. It's so bad. So I use just the NYX, NYX, whatever you want to call it, Peekaboo Neutral. Favorite lip liner. I have tried a million expensive ones, and this is just my go-to. So I line outside my lip. Even though I get lip injection, I still love the look of a full lip. I just, I love it. Oh, my hands and my nails. Yikes, guys. It's such a struggle. Having 3 little boys, trying to keep yourself up. I know all you mamas know. And on Instagram and Facebook, everyone's like, oh, you're so together, Katie. You look so good. I'm like, you guys, this is fake. This is not what I looked like before this video started. Is 90% of my days. All Hendrixes, my kids, teachers, and anyone that sees me on the regular, they know. Okay, so outlined my lips. Now this is the KKW, Kim Kardashian West. My favorite nude, however, I do layer it. It's the nude, I'm trying to do what those YouTubers do, and I'm just not great at this yet, guys. One nude. It's just nude one. I'll link it. And I do this. I go back over it because it looks kind of crazy right now with the NYX. Okay, this is the Tokyo, and I don't want the Tokyo. I want my Istanbul one. Oh well, I'm gonna have to use this one. Oh, no. This is not the one I wanted. Oh, too pink. Okay, hold on. Well, I'll just make it work for now. Anyways, I normally use the NYX. It's like the matte cream, but I use it in Istanbul, and I accidentally bought the wrong color, so now I have two of them. Or now I have one that's Tokyo, one that's Istanbul, and this one's just like, as you can see, like too pink, but I'm gonna go over it again with my liner. Anyways, I typically go over this, and I have this other one called Bite. It's a lip liner by Bite. Bite's the brand, and I like that one a lot. But I think I'm out of it. Okay, that's just not the journey. That is not what I'm wanting. Hendrix, will you bring me my my little makeup palette? My makeup. He can't hear me. Hi, Phoenix. Pat. Yeah. Will you bring me, you know, my little wallet that I keep like my lipstick in? Okay. Oh, so mascara. I use, this is my new favorite discovery, Butter London. I used to use the MAC one. This is Butter London, and it's called Double Decker Lashes. So it's like my favorite mascara to like layer, and I'll just kind of like, you can't really see in this lighting, I feel like. Here, let me see if I can do this. My spiky. So I also, you guys, if I'm actually gonna go do anything fun, thank you, hubby. I will wear fake lashes, and then you can put this on top, but not recommended because this is like super intense. It's really hard to put mascara on in a phone. Hi, Phoenix. Careful, don't pull that off. My 1-year-old's trying to pull the light off again. It's really hard. And not everyone does their bottom lashes, but because I like to be a little extra. Oh, there's a chunk. What are you saying, Phoenix? This is so hard. I have to look in my mirrored table to do this. God, this is a struggle. I'm sure as I go along doing these YouTube things, I will learn like better methods, but it's a learning process. And I'm not doing this to be like a major YouTuber. Okay, I think I've got enough layers. I just love a good like spider lash. Love a good cake face. Probably could put music on, maybe, in the background, so it's not so boring. Okay, anyways, so yeah, that, oops, because I'm, no sir. Okay, so that's makeup. Now, I'm gonna go back in just with my liner, and I'm almost done. It's not in here. Whatever. Oh well. It doesn't matter. Okay. Well, that is it. I hope you guys enjoyed my very first makeup tutorial. And subscribe to my channel, and I will be uploading more stuff as I go. Thank you.